Hi, I'm Jane Craddock-Watson. I'm course leader for the MA Illustration at UCA Farnham. MA Illustration is a one-year full-time course, or it can be a two-year part-time course. It's really structured into three different stages. The first stage is the experimental or the exploratory stage, and that's where it's quite structured. There are lots of short projects. In the second stage, they start to develop the project proposal, but they also do a collaborative project as well. And I think this is the thing that's really distinctive about the course. They do a collaborative unit, and then they take that to a book fair. And so they're put into a professional environment amongst other professionals. They have to sell their work, they have to market and promote the work, but work together collaboratively. Final stage of the course is where they finally develop and resolve their MA project, and they concentrate all their time on that and the complete resolution of it. That culminates in a show here on campus and potentially also a London show. The main focus of the course is about developing ideas and ideas that come from research. So that is its primary focus. I think the advantages are certainly of doing an MA and an MA in illustration is that you're studying it in much greater depth. So that way your work is much more developed, your ideas particularly are much more developed. And then again, that makes you much more desirable as an employee or as a commissioned illustrator. The reason to come to UCA is because we have a huge variety of resources that the students have access to. And although it's great to learn all those skills, it's not about learning the technical skills. What that does is it broadens a student's understanding of what the subject area is. It also helps them to develop their ideas through a variety of processes. And I think it stretches and it challenges the boundaries of the subject area. So a typical MA illustration student, I would hope, would be curious about the world around them, also wanting to change their work rather than just doing exactly what they've always done. Is they're wanting to challenge themselves personally, try new things, but also have something to say about the world in terms of the work that they produce. They might have stories that they want to tell, or perhaps there's things in the world that they feel are overlooked or unnoticed that they want to become more evident, more visual to the wider public. So there's printmaking, bookmaking particularly, photography they will do, also ceramics, some 3D work, so they might do access the laser cutter, but also the 3D workshop. Plus there's lots of things that we do in studio as well. Generally they go on to do freelance illustration. But depending on where they've come from, their home country, they might go back to work in a studio in their home country. Others have gone on to do teaching, but I would say the majority go on to do freelance illustration, and quite successfully. In terms of expertise, the three main staff teaching on the course are all research active within the subject area. We bring in quite a number of visiting lecturers, each of whom bring in a different area of expertise to the course. Plus you've also got the expertise of the technical staff, so when you go and do printmaking, you've got two printmaking technicians on hand, or if you go into ceramics, you've got a ceramics expert. So there are experts in their field all around you. I think obviously there are the benefits of the wide variety of resources that we have here on campus, but also I think the strong collaborative element in the course helps students to develop those professional skills that you need when you're as an illustrator. You never work on your own, you work with and for other people, and having this collaborative element of the course, that begins to strengthen those skills. It's an MA which challenges the boundaries of the subject area. Contemporary illustration is a much bigger, much broader subject area than I think most people understand, and the way we structure the course it challenges students about what their understanding of the subject is. I mean, many students will produce 3D work at the end of the course, where they would have never have even conceived of doing at the beginning. A lot of thought goes into the work they produce. Their ideas are original, the ideas are strong. They don't just go with the first idea that they happen to come across. It's challenging, it's thought-provoking, and it's relevant.